We are live! Hello, everybody, every creature, and everything in between. Today, I have with me Everfree Brownie, or for Everfree Brownie. Sorry, my French. Please say hello.
Hi.
We have a Diamond the Doodle, aka Floof Doodle.
Hi, I'm Floof Doodle.
And we have the adorable Aurora, or aka Steffy!
Hello!
Fellow ADHD kid. Woo! What can go wrong?
Explosions.
Yes, we like explosions, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Like, I know we're not Fiora the tank girl who explodes everything. But we do like some explosions.
Yes.
No, we are not explosive.
No. We platonically love you, Fia. No offense. So we have quite what do we usually say? English, yes, English would be nice. You know, the thing that people speak. Today I have with me quite a back forest of people, which is another way to say I have a good selection of interesting people. Because we have, of course, Forever Free Brownie, who does a lot of music. Like, didn't you, do I mix you with someone else, or did you have a new song coming out not so long ago?
I literally just posted one today.
That was what it was. Yes. Link, please, so I can post it in the Twitch chat so people can see it, because hello, we need to watch that. Oh, I love the art. So cute. Copy link.
The art is by Dragon Wolf Rook.
Do they have a Tweety Weety? Do they have a Twitter? Sorry, ADHD is going way too far. Wait, does Twitch get angry if I play off some of the song?
I don't think so.
Depends on whether you record the thingy for
No,
later.
I'm only playing it right off the YouTube link.
Then it should be fine, I think.
Giving people a little taste, so if they want to hear the full song, they have to go through the link.
I'm going to put it on speakers and blast it.
Alright, I'm just pulling the They're more active there.
It's hard to keep it turning without you.
Okay, now they got to hear some of it, and I already have goosebumps on my back. I like this. I'm gonna go to YouTube and I'm gonna put it in my favorites right away. And like, I'm already subbed. Good. I thought it was. So, oh, you actually
Nice.
worked with Saxpone 3 and Zephionas?
I think it's Zeffy Sonus.
Yeah, I haven't seen the name before, so sorry for my French.
Oh, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. It could be Zephysinus for all I know. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it.
You're also, yeah, would you mind explaining a little bit about the art?
Yeah, so the song is the entire album it's on is sort of a concept album that's like it's centered around Doctor Who's and Derpy, and it's kind of like an adventure of them going through different like types of weather, I guess, and this
Aw.
was sort of an alley song that's kind of like end it all, and like kind of realizing that they need one another, kind of thing. So yeah, that's what this one is about. It's like it's the finale track of the album that's like sort of ended on a good note, and definitely one of the more upbeat pieces of the album.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, there's a whole album.
yeah, the album is called Lost and Found.
Ah, that's nice. Seems like the mic you're using is coming and going in a bit choppy again.
I apologize for that. I honestly do not know how to fix it. The only way I could fix it possibly is by like restarting my computer, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Is it on Bluetooth?
No, it's directly through a mic on the computer.
Well, as long as it doesn't get worse, I think it will be fine.
Okie dokie.
So, sorry, I'm still gushing about the art. It's so cute. But again, so you have a full album. Is it out already, or is it something that's coming out next con?
Oh, it's out. It's been out for a while.
Oh,
For-
okay.
Probably, I'm gonna say a few months now. I think I released it back in January or something, maybe February.
Oh, nice. Are you already? Also, I myself has dabbled a little bit with the musical genre, but how do you know who to work with?
It depends on who I want for the sound of the song, or sometimes it's just like a little thing between friends, like like if we just felt like working together. Like for example, so this one I knew I really wanted some real sounding saxophones in this one, and I knew that Sax and Steffy both play saxophone, and so I was just like I could get a mix of saxophones in here, and it could sound like a sax section, and it honestly it brought the tune to exactly the way I wanted it to be. So that's made me super happy.
That's great.
So, mhm.
Yeah,
And they
I
did
would
an
say that.
awesome-
Yeah, that was a success. Like it's not exactly jazz. What would you call this category?
This is like it's kind of like it's oh jeez it's
Sorry for the question.
I guess it's kind of like big band pop. I don't know how else to put
Ah.
it, because it's got pop, a lot of pop vibes in it, and then also some vibes from like big band kind of thing. I don't know how else to call it. It was heavily inspired by an existing song called "Thinking About Something," and by Hanson. An old like 90s, early 2000s band who did like that one really famous song called Bop. that sort of that sound. That was what I was going for this one. Very youthful.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm gonna put on. Like, if I like fix smallly fix clothings, or I do other stuff in my hands, then I love to have this type of music on my ears while I work, because ADHD. Woo, we need distractions. But it's so smooth and nice sounding, so very well done.
Is it a brain scratcher?
Yes, it makes my brain go brrrr.
Nice.
Thank you.
Looking forward to listening to it later.
Thank you, Lensabi, but I am nowhere as talented as Everfree or any of the other big Brony musicians. But thank you. Uncomfortable. Doodle, you grow stuff.
Hi. You
You grow stuff. Tell us about the growing stuff.
tell about the growing stuff. Well, the new place I'm moving to, I will have grapevines. My grapevines are the fact I just bought a bunch of grapevines. They're already starting to produce already starting to produce grapes, actually. So in a little while, I will be making wines
Ooh.
from the stuff I am growing.
Now comes
So
the
I'm like,
question, are you making a pony wine or a normal wine?
am I making what kind of wine?
Pony. You know, would it
Oh,
be berry punch wine or...
I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet, like, what I'm going to actually, the kind of wine I'm going to make with it yet. It's literally a new development because I wasn't expecting to have grapes for like another year or two. And it looks like I'm going to have grapes this year. So it's a little bit of a surprise. I'm excited. I'm excited to move to this new place. Well,
Yeah, have a garden where you're actually allowed to grow stuff.
yes.
Yeah, that's a thing I don't really understand over in America or some countries where you're not allowed to grow whatever you want to. Like in Norway, you are allowed, as long as it doesn't bother the neighbors or go into the road, you're allowed to grow whatever you want.
Well, I was kind of surprised because the original my original land property manager, like when I told him what I was planning to do, he's like, "That sounds amazing. Can you bring me some of what you're growing when you're done?" And then COVID hit, and I guess when COVID hit, either he quit or had to move away. But basically, he wasn't around, and the person they got in to replace him was like really kind of strict on following the contracts and leases, and which basically, like, there were things you could do on the patio and things you can't do on the patio, and parts of my garden qualified as things you couldn't do. So
Sadness.
yeah, it was very sad. But, you know, the end result is that I'm moving to a place that will have a separate space for my 3D printing business, and I will be able to put in a garden, and there's a bunch of other cool stuff that I'll be able to do. So I'm excited.
Yeah. You just don't grow stuff, you also print stuff. So
I do a lot of stuff. Not just printing, not just...
Sorry, my head now is going, Doodle, plants and plastic.
Well, everyone... well, they do make plastics out of plants. But yeah, there's... I print stuff, I work on conventions, I don't know. I do things.
Have you finally remembered to put your Etsy and the other stuff links in the hello, my name is? So that I can send it to people?
I did it before, and apparently you lost it, so I will do it again.
Yeah. This is why I have the hello, my name is, so that people can post all the stuff.
Because you asked me for it before, and I did it.
Yes, I ask for links, I ask for names, so that when we talk about it, I can like...
There's the Etsy link for my store, for Doodle's Curios.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to edit people's stuffy? I don't think
I
I'm
don't know.
able. If not, can you put it into the one that you already have? So that it's more orderly?
What do you mean? Put it what into what?
Okay, you know the link that you posted?
Yeah.
Yes. And you know that you have further up, you have hello, my name is Doodle, and all the stuff.
I have to find it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yes, I will be able to edit it, but I have to find my previous. I don't apparently have previous entry.
You do. It's right over Kayla and underneath Batty.
Is it? I'm not seeing it. I found Dusk Fire.
If you go down again, I replied stuff yet.
I'm looking for it clearly. It should be here. I should have one. There we are. Yeah, I can edit it. There you go.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
And then I can delete the lower one. There we are. See, I don't Twitter usually, so.
Ska vi se. Steffi,
Yeah.
before this CSC, you were actually in a con meeting.
Yes.
Yes.
And not the kind where you scam people.
Yes. Sorry for coming and blowing your cover.
Damn it.
Curse you, Flitter Chris!
No! My thingy has been blown.
So, besides that, besides not scamming people, host.
And what?
Sorry, I have an alarm for collecting points in another server. So, well, my geek is geeking out. So, for people who doesn't know what con you are affiliated with, haha, pun intended, do you care to explain a little bit?
Yes. I am affiliated with PonyCon Holland. I'm the host and the money guy and the website and the tickets and some other stuff. And we're in the middle of the organization process. We have 4 months left till stuff starts burning down.
Burning down Oslo. That doesn't sound good.
I know that paid.
Yeah, it will all be alright. We're actually a lot further ahead than we were at the same time during the first edition, but it's still like, so much left to do.
So much to do, so much to say, so what's wrong with taking the back seat? Dang.
I thought it was taking the back streets.
Misheard lyrics, you're welcome. So that
Kind of
happened.
curious which one it is now.
To Google!
That's the one by Smash Mouth, if I remember the
Yes.
lyrics correctly.
Yeah. All-Star.
heard-
Smash.
All Star. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name. I knew the song, but
Doesn't everybody know that song because of Shrek?
Probably.
I knew. I mean, I knew it before Shrek, but yes,
I mean, just
It-
like
it has
everybody
become-
knows.
it has become very popular since Shrek.
Yeah, just like everyone knows Accidentally in Love from Shrek 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was some good movies. But
Yeah.
if you look at the animation now,
Well,
I mean, honestly, it wasn't half bad. It was really good for the time.
it was really good for the time. But you see what we have now.
It's still watchable, though, you know?
Oh
and
yes, of
enjoyable.
course.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of older animation movies are still very watchable. If you just watch the movie and don't care to watch about the fact that it's been animated 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, it's when I watch these older ones, I'm usually fascinated by how they did things with the small amount of tools they had back then.
yeah. I mean, well, and if you even go further back, you look at something like, say, The Last Starfighter, and you look
Oh,
at the
sure.
3D animation then, and that actually, The Last Starfighter is noteworthy because the animation, while it's not great, still kind of holds up today.
Yeah.
Whereas like Tron's 3D animation was largely does not hold up.
I mean, like, if you're supposed to imagine it in a video game, like it's supposed to look like a video game, then sure. I mean, I could pass that off. Because if they were to have a 3D animation from that time period in, like, a game, that was the best it could be. Or, you know, like, 3D animation in video games almost was non-existent in the 80s. So
No, because 3D animation takes a lot of computing power. And with movies, you have the time per frame, but with games, you have to apply so many tricks to get 60 of those frames out a second.
right.
Yeah, that reminds me. Credit to Toy Story, who actually animated bloopers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nice.
that just shows you how far we've come as far as like animation goes, right? We're animating bloopers now.
Yes.
Probably someone was just done early with their work, and they were like, "What can I do now?" Well, you still have a few months left, so go animate this.
Why the heck not?
Oh.
Yeah. Especially
Or-
Toy Story 2. I remember those. That was great. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, or it was like, hey, I still have time left. ADHD hyperfocus.
Right. Yeah. You could tell they had fun. They had fun with those movies.
So that gets me to the next question, because, distraction. Whee! What's your favorite Toy Story?
I really personally I related a lot with Toy Story 2. I don't know. I've gone through phases in my life where like I had to kind of get rid of stuff and think about the stuff that I would never use again. That especially like clothes and toys that I used growing up, that kind of thing. I would either hand them down to a sibling or give them away, or even sometimes throw them away. So I don't know. Personally, that was for me. That was relatable, and I don't know. I don't remember if I was one of the ones who said that they cried at the end of Toy Story 3, but like I found it relatable. I liked that one. So
Yeah, like, who did
Yeah.
not cry at the end of the third one?
yeah.
I don't know, actually. I think everyone did, because we all have those experience. Well, I shouldn't say we all do, but a lot of people have those experiences.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, though, yeah. I mean, I thought that they were going to be done. I thought that was the end. By the way, and then they go and release Toy Story 4, which was also a delight. But yeah, Toy Story 3 was probably my favorite.
Doodle,
Yes,
what is your favorite?
my favorite is probably the third one for similar reasons.
Steffi?
Honestly, it's been quite a long time since I've watched Toy Story, so I can't keep apart which one is which one anymore.
Well,
Should watch
I
them
think you
again,
know
though.
which is number one.
That's still really a long time ago.
Okay.
So in number 1, they accidentally get trapped in the neighbor the bratty neighbor's house, Sid, and like it's just Woody and Buzz, and they're trying to make their way back over, and they go to like Pizza Planet and whatnot, and they get stuck at the gas station and stuff.
You are a toy!
Yeah, and then number 2, they get kidnapped by what is it? A
Fake Care Bear?
like a toy enthusiast who wants to put them in a museum. Yeah.
Yeah, I mixed up the
And
villains.
this guy wants to. He runs Al's Toy Barn, right? But he actually, instead of like putting them in his store, he wants to go and put them in a museum, right? And Woody meets Jesse and Pete and Bullseye, and Pete turns out to be the bad guy and whatnot. And they go through like that's the famous like airport luggage scene and everything. That was awesome. Let's see. Um, and the third one, they get trapped in the daycare. Uh, because like I don't know. I think yeah. So they get trapped in the daycare. The bear ends up being evil and
Evil Care Bear.
yeah, right. And then at the end of the movie, Andy ends up giving up literally all of his toys to what's her name? I can't remember.
It's totally blank, but it's like this adorable little girl, and she has a Totoro plushie and another dinosaur, and yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so let's see. And then the fourth one though, they're at the carnival thing, and they spend the day at the carnival, and they also find like an antique shop, and this
Creepy.
the creepy doll. Oh my gosh, the
So
creepy little
creepy.
doll has like this obsession of that with this like one girl who keeps coming to the antique shop, and is hoping that one day she'll get picked, right? And it never happens. And so she ends up somehow going to the carnival. Oh well, okay. To be able to do that though, Woody gives his voice box to the doll, and like so Woody doesn't have his voice box anymore, and like at the end of the movie Woody makes a decision to stay at the carnival
Bowie.
with Bo, with Bo
And Bo.
Peep, and the rest of them, and Buzz stays with the toys, and like the little girl doesn't even remember Woody anymore, so it's just like it's time to move on. What? Oh, and yes, and it stars Key and Peele as the Bunny and Ducky. Anyways,
Yeah,
but
that was
that's the
comedic
summary.
gold.
Yeah, that was pretty great. Yeah, that's the summary of the movies. And they're all in one way or another about growing up, and like just fantastic. This has been my TED Talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the TED Talk.
I think I still have to watch them again to pick a favorite, but
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so
Yeah.
good.
As of for
Those-
me, it's a tie between the first and the fourth one.
Yeah.
It's so weird because I love like I think it was in the third one where we get Spanish bus.
Yes.
It was so glorious.
That was so funny.
Oh.
Excelente.
And the way he's like looking at Buzz, like, excuse you.
Yes.
Oh, Buzz and Woody, oh my gosh. Like, more Spanish Buzz, please.
Spanish Buzz. That would be awesome. I'm excited for Lightyear, honestly. It does look
Oh.
pretty funny. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like the best movie in the world, but it does look really funny.
And hello, have you seen the emotional support cat?
Yeah. Honestly, I thought that literally the voice actor for that I thought was like sounded a lot like my friend Luna Jax. Like literally I could picture him saying those things, and also that voice just sounds like him. But yeah, it does look really funny, and one of the previews contained like references to the Toy Story movies, like
Aw.
Star Command, come in, Star Command. Why won't they answer? And I was like, that's from Toy Story. Made me smile.
Yeah. You know what you should do if
What?
you ever feel like it? You make a song, like a fan song of the movie, and then you have your friend having random quotes that the cat would say but are not in the trailer, and it makes it sound like it's actually the cat because he has such a similar voice.
That would be funny.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
And talk about that finger thing that they do.
The finger thing.
The finger thing. that they do
What
in the
finger
trailer?
thing? Oh, I don't remember. What finger
You don't
thing?
remember? It's like E.T. phone home, just Buzz Lightyear cool.
Oh, I don't remember that one. I'm sorry.
Sweetie, no. Oh, it's so cool.
No.
I'm not gonna spoil it, people. Go and watch the trailer. You will laugh. I promise you.
Okay.
Doodle, Steffi, you guys excited for the movie?
I mean, I'm
Which
excited to see most movies, so
Which
What
movie? I
about
was
Lightyear,
kind
though?
of zoned out for a minute.
What about Lightyear? Lightyear, the new one.
I think it's going to be fun. I'm kind of excited to see it. I wasn't initially, but I saw a couple of trailers, and the trailers got me excited because I like what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a blast.
Pun intended.
I don't know if pun intended in that front, but
He's going to space. There is gonna be explosions some one way or one how.
Yep. Makes me wonder if they'll reference the, if they'll somehow, I don't know.
Star
I guess
Wars?
it'll probably be more directly referenced. Yeah, no, the old 2D animated movie called Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. It was literally
Yeah.
it
Sorry,
was
all the
something- yeah, it didn't
flashbacks.
have-
Oh.
it didn't have quite the audience of Toy Story, but like it
No,
was
but
there, you know.
hello.
Yeah.
Like hello, like excuse you, hello, like how, oh yeah. Oh, there's
was
so
good.
many good episodes.
Yeah. I only saw the movie. I never saw. Oh, actually, no. I take that back. No, I did see a couple episodes, but I saw the movie with like his friend and everything. You know, I miss him very much. That kind of thing. Where he thought his friend died and whatever, and then friend actually went to Zurg and whatnot, and I don't know. It was kind of cool. It wasn't like my favorite movie of all time, but I did like the addition of XR,
Oh yeah, it was
Environmental
fun.
Ranger. Yeah, that was cool.
I gotta say, I was really happy they had what's her name? Also, for me, she basically became alien version of Jessie, but
Oh,
the princess
yeah.
who can walk through walls.
Oh my goodness, I can't
What's her name?
remember. I cannot remember. Dang it. Jeez, I cannot. Dang it.
Okay, Google, help me.
Dude.
Star Wars Command. No, it's not called Star Wars Command.
Sorry, man.
But a crossover between Buzz and Star Wars would be kind of fun. Jedi, what's a Jedi?
well, I mean, they're owned by the same company now, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
please, Disney, crossover, please.
Hint, hint. Wink, wink.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Sending in angry letters because
Princess-
they didn't
Princess
serve you
Myra?
well enough as a fan.
Or Mira, Princess Mira, Princess Myra.
Mira! That's her name! Yeah.
There we go.
Star Wars Command. I found a weird fan page. No, thank you. That is
Uh-oh.
not what I was looking for. Star Wars Command. Wiki? Do they have their own wiki? They
I
do.
don't know.
Star
I really
Command.
want them to do. I really want them, since they're doing a Buzz Lightyear movie, though. I want them to do a Woody movie, and I think it would be called like Sheriff or something.
Oh yeah. We get to
think
see
that'd be
him
pretty
and
awesome.
Jesse and all of them in their glory. Yes.
Right? Woody's
Please.
Roundup or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would legit be kind of cool.
That would be so cool. And like, oh my gosh, I gotta give them creds. They actually made Buzz Lightyear's face look realistic without making it too cartoony. It's like spot on from the toy. I'm so proud.
Yeah. And it looks like Chris Evans is gonna do a good job. From the sound of it, actually, I actually support the voice.
Yeah, also, if he does a good job, I'm not gonna say anything, but it's like Chris Evans voicing Mario.
That's no, that's Chris Pratt, I think.
Chris Pratt, my bad. I usually need the faces, not the names. There's so many Chris's now,
Evans.
okay?
Chris Evans is Captain Rogers, Captain America
Yeah, okay.
from the Avengers. Yeah, but Chris Pratt is the Star Lord.
Star-Lord. Oh,
from the
have you
freaking,
seen the What Ifs episodes?
No, I have not. I have not.
You have saved yourself some cringe. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
For me, it
Okay.
became also. It was fun ideas, but it was like uncomfortable watching.
I see.
So it's like if you want to laugh, have fun.
Alrighty. I've heard some people liked it. Some people found it kind of uncomfortable, but yeah, I'll probably watch.
I mean,
it sometime.
I kind of like them, but then again, I enjoyed the original comics that they're based off of. So
It's just like I might have some beef with Marvel anyway because of how much they messed up Norse mythology.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, their Norse mythology isn't very good.
it's Hollywoodified.
it's
Yeah,
Which,
yeah, it is.
Which shows did they, or which
who did they not
show
mess up?
well, yeah, well, no, what did they do that in? What did they mess it up in? I don't remember the Norse myth. Oh wait, no, okay, no, okay, never mind. I just remembered.
Yeah.
Thor, yeah,
First of all,
yeah, Thor.
Thor is an angry redhead with a bulb clip.
Yeah, Thor has like 2 brain cells. The only thing he thinks is, I gotta hit this thing with a hammer.
Yeah.
He doesn't think.
Also, he is a lovable dum-dum, but he's still very angry very quickly.
Yeah, and you're talking about in like the accurate Norse mythology.
Yes, I do. He's a redhead.
Got
He's
it.
not blonde.
Oh, this
Got it.
one where his hammer was stolen by one of the giants, I believe.
No, the frost giants. Yeah, I feel bad for them.
And the giant was like, "Yeah, I want to marry Freya," and Thor just walks up to Freya and was like, "You're gonna marry that giant because I want my hammer back." he ended up being put in a dress and sent off. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
fix this yourself.
I bet a lot of people have the same kind of beef with the Egyptian mythology from the new show.
Oh,
Moon
yeah.
Knight.
Also, I don't know
I bet
that
they-
much about Egyptian mythology, but even I got angry. Ugh.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get it. They try to base it loosely off of it so that they can just like give the character some background and stuff like that. But I understand that it's not everybody's favorite thing.
No, it's like...
I do enjoy it. I did.
No. Continue. Sorry, I'm just ADHD noises.
You're good. Yeah, I did enjoy Moon Knight, just for the fact that like it really delved into a lot of like multiple personality disorder.
Yeah,
And
that
so-
was really good done.
Yeah, really cool. Very, very well done. So, but yeah, the Egyptian mythology thing was it was cool, but I bet it was very inaccurate.
Very inaccurate.
Just-
But I gotta say, they did a good job with Hippo. She was so cute. I love the little floppy ears. Oh,
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
so sweet. But yeah.
Yep.
Have you guys seen the series, or is it just me and Everfree?
Which one?
series? Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I watched it all the way through.
Yeah,
Twice.
nice.
Haven't seen it.
Steffi,
So-
you're gonna like it.
Oh, it's really
So what-
good.
What's the name again? Moon
Moon Knight.
Night.
Knight. Okay.
Night with a K.
Right.
No, or as we've been calling it amongst Fee's group, Moon Knight.
I'll put it on the watch list. Is it on Netflix?
It's
No.
on Disney Plus.
Oh, I got that as well.
Got it.
Also, it's really fun, and at the same time, it's like the main villain when he puts on his shoes. I'm just like, no!
Oh yeah.
Oh, my legs! I
No.
can feel it. No!
Right. Yeah.
Oh, why do you do that? Oh, no!
Yeah.
Ah!
Has a really good villain, like very very well like, thought out, and just like perfect actor for him and everything.
Yeah. And a small like side note for me, I like that actually both the hero and the villain both is vegan. I know it's a small thing,
Oh, yeah?
but for me that was really cool. It's just like, yeah!
Kinda. Kinda. Hero is kind of a vegan.
We don't-
unless unless one of his alternate personalities is in charge.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. One of the other personalities do eat meat. So yeah.
Yes.
We don't know what they all eat, but we know one of them will do steaks.
Yeah. Well,
That's true.
also, yeah, I'm not going to spoil things for Steffi, but at least one of them are.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's something I was so happy to like trying, like there is so often when people don't like getting the hard truth actually delivered to your face, they often villainize it, but here you had it on both sides, and I was just like, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Either way, good series.
yes,
Good
very good
series.
series. And I guess it's safe to presume that most of you have seen Obi-Wan.
I've not seen it all
Yes.
the way. I've only seen the first one. Only seen the first one. So I
Yeah.
got it. I was at a con like when the rest of the things came out so far. I think they have like what, 3 out right now?
Yeah, there's three episodes at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I've only seen the first one. Don't spoil anything. Because I left for Winnie City like on Thursday. So and I just got back yesterday.
Yeah, you've been quite busy.
Yes. Yes, I have.
That'll be me in about a month. I'll be super busy. Or
Yeah.
about 2 months. To August. August will be really busy for me.
Are you going Everfree?
Yeah, I've got Everfree to do, and then I have to start figuring out what I'm going to do, if I'm going to do Cider Fest or not.
Yeah.
I'd like to, but
I wanna
money
do
is an
both.
issue.
Yeah, it is a big issue. I'm planning on doing both.
Summer
Yeah.
is gonna be busy. For me, it's gonna be GalaCon, maybe Chiquesta, for free
I miss
Encore.
Galacon.
Oh,
I miss Galacon, but it's so expensive to get there.
Also,
Oh.
as far as I
for me,
know,
it's quite cheap.
yeah, I was about to say, Holland PonyCon is cheaper, and at least me and Steffi is gonna be there. Come.
I mean,
It's
I'm
only
from the
cheaper if you don't
US.
have to fly from the States.
Also, it's cheaper
Yeah.
hotel, it's cheaper food.
Well,
Yeah, but
yes.
it's still $1,000 flight.
Yeah.
And
Like-
no, if you book it, you can fly to Schiphol Airport. That's like a very big hub, one of the biggest hub airports in Europe. For I think I always get those. Oh, West Coast is California, right?
West Coast is California,
I
correct.
think you
Yeah.
can fly to Europe for about 600.
It depends on when.
And yeah, and East Coast is gonna be 400 right now.
But
I mean,
even-
I've been looking into flights a lot lately because we need to book some for our guests.
Well,
Right.
but even 600 is a lot for me.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a
that's-
lot.
that's normally what I spend for all of Everfree.
Yeah, that's why I haven't gone to any American cons yet. For me as well, it's just too expensive to go
Yeah.
all the way to the other side of the pond.
Yeah.
So- Also, why European cons tend to have less special guests than American ones because it's a
Yeah.
lot more expensive
That's
to get them
true.
here.
Yes, all the special
Yeah.
ones are over in America. Man.
Well, we got
Yeah,
we
honestly-
got a few special ones, but the
I mean, you guys
announcement
got
is
Prince
planned for
Whatever.
Friday.
You got Prince Whatever. You got Black and Blue.
Yeah, that's true.
And you got Jeek Row and everything. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have some.
yeah,
That is
you
true.
guys got some pretty awesome ones. We're planning on. I've heard that they got some big names that really want to go to Everfree this year. So hopefully we can get a big turnout this time around.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Something is. I'm not entirely sure whether I'm allowed to say this, but
Spoiler!
the new cast for G5 is like Ellie Ray levels of excited about going to conventions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. They,
Normally you have to reach out to them, and now their agents are reaching out to other events.
Nice.
That's good. I look forward to booking the new cast. Actually,
That's pretty cool.
I
you
mean,
know-
I'm not in charge of booking things, but I look forward to having them at conventions.
You know, one thing that I actually really kind of thought was unique about more European conventions, well, mainly Galacon, I guess. I mean, they have usually like one or two musicians from the U.S., and then the rest are kind of more local. And but the thing is, because of like the budget they have, and well, I guess because of like the fact that they only do like a couple, their flight thing is like usually paid for, and so it's very nice. Not like everything is paid for, but flight and like a room and stuff. So it's pretty nice. They treat their musicians, Galacon at least, they treat their musicians very well. I went twice, and it was actually a really fun experience. But yeah, I think I'd only ever go like if my dad went again, because he really enjoys going there, and we usually have a fun time booking stuff and finding things.
I think
And
it's
finding
just
stuff.
traveling Europe.
Yeah, exactly. We went and visited like Neuschwanstein.
Where Neuschwanstein?
Neuschwanstein. Neuschwanstein. Neuschwanstein.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, however you say it. Yeah.
In
What
which,
is
in
this?
which country is it?
Sure. It's the place where you can find the castle that was like the Disney castle and everything like that. And also,
Neuschwanstein.
yeah, Neuschwanstein.
Okay.
That's how you'd say it in like
Oh,
American English.
Neuschwanstein.
Yeah,
Neusch.
Neuschwanstein is like I think how you would say it in German, and with correct German pronunciation. But yeah, it was a fun trip. We went and we visited Berlin and also Munich or München, right? And it was a real good time. And we got to go find like a city where perhaps I think some of my ancestors had previously lived, because like I absolutely have German ancestry. My last name is Ulrich, for crying out loud. So
Cool.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, but yeah, Galacon was fun. Ludwigsburg is a good time, and it's very nice experience.
I'll be panelist at Galacon this year.
Nice.
Else,
That's awesome.
I'll be giving a class of a workshop thingy in improvisation acting.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. It
neat.
was really much fun on Holland PonyCon last year.
Yes.
What did you say, Everfree? Sorry.
I didn't say anything.
Ah, okay, I thought you were saying something, but then my ADHD
No,
went like, nope.
I just said nice. I just said nice.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was at this panel last year because I was there at the very first Holland PonyCon. It was super fun.
Yes.
Well, I don't know, like, what was the thing we did again? I was supposed to be an upset pet owner, and the guy I was talking to was supposed to be like a fake doctor or something.
Oh yeah, we were playing a game in which you have a storekeeper of a pet store and a pet owner. And so the pet owner leaves the room for a bit, and then the audience decides what kind of pet it is and what is wrong with it. So then the pet owner comes back into the room and doesn't know what kind of pet they have, and they don't know what is wrong with it either. So, well, they have to play out the scene where the pet owner just comes back into the store being angry that there's something wrong with their pet and they want help with it. And well, the pet store keeper just has to throw in hints and stuff to get the pet owner to get what kind of pet they have and what is wrong with it.
Yeah, apparently I had a cockroach and it had COVID.
I remember now.
Ah. So odd combination.
It's those combinations that are often that lead to the most fun scenes.
Hopefully you can have someone who records the panel so you can upload it for people who are not able to go to Galacon.
I think I'm not sure whether it will be recorded, but I'm probably asked the recording to be off during the times that the audience is playing, because for first time, people doing this for the first time, and knowing that you're being recorded, it's gonna give like a little voice in your head that's gonna think more about the things you say. Well, improvisation works best when you don't really think about what you're doing, just blurt it out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, for the example scenes, we can do that, definitely. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I'd be on a recorded stage. The last time was a success. PonyCon Holland, the opening ceremony. We started off with a little play, and that was, well, there was a script, but it was really poorly rehearsed because it was just, and it got drowned into all the other stuff.
Poorly rehearsed scripts seem to be the way of opening ceremony scripts this year, because like,
oh boy,
the one for BabsCon was equally poorly rehearsed.
Steffi, I think I see Frankie in the chat.
Oh, gezellig.
Is all of this the dudes or the dudettes?
So we got Frankie, that is indeed PonyCon Holland. We have Firewire, which is PonyCon Holland, and the rest are a bunch of furries from the Netherlands.
Ah, welcome. I was just like, okay, either this is a raid or it's Holland PonyCon people.
No, they're in a call in the Dutch furry server, and apparently they just discovered the tweet about the stream, and now they're all watching.
Hey, hi people! Hope you're doing fine. Remember to drink water.
For those of you who do not know what the game is.
If you've thought about the game, you've lost the game.
Yeah, if you thought about the game, you've lost. That's
the game.
That's the whole thing?
Yep.
Yeah. Basically.
Yep.
Please.
I used to walk into like rooms and somebody would have written like the game on the board and be like, dang it! You know. Just
it kind of becomes like a cult thingy.
The
So-
dumb thing.
You know, you need some more sadness and frustration in your life. Here you go.
Imagine what that's like when your day job is being a game developer.
Yeah, that's gonna be challenging. So Master Code says it's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control and if you take it.
If you can take it, yeah. Yep, it's literally, if you think about it, you've lost. Sometimes somebody would just randomly in a class, somebody would just randomly say, "Dang it, I lost," and then somebody would just go, "Screw you!" Just hate you
Oof,
so
oh.
much.
Well, now I finally understand what all the kids were talking about when I was back in school.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Ah, Rotkiv is letting me know we don't talk about replace the game with Bruno. No, no, no. We don't talk about the game. No, no, no.
Yeah, that doesn't quite fit in there.
No. Has
I
to-
realized, by the way, that like there was a theme. There's like a running theme between Luca and Encanto. Silenzio Bruno, and we don't talk about Bruno.
Oh yeah, Silenzio Bruno.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Fairy Riot. I don't have water. Does apple cider count? Sure. Yeah. Skål. Have fun. Drink
Yeah, you can have-
responsibly.
And enjoy the cider. Don't you have
Yes.
tomorrow, Riot?
Cider be good for you.
Yar har
Well, no.
fiddly.
Not really, but
Oh, cider. That was a beautiful story during the first Polycon Holland.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
I did most of the contact with the venue, so I was probably the one that told him, yeah, you need to get a lot of cider. Or it was Frank or Rutger, I don't remember. But we told them, get a lot of cider. Because bronies. They had ordered like 6 or 8 crates of cider. In a crate there's like 24 bottles of the Apple Bandits. We saw them unload this thing and we're like, oh fuck, that's not gonna be enough.
Steffy!
And
Language!
released- sorry. Oh damn, that isn't gonna be enough. So, like, and that was right. It ran out like during
day?
the first hour. During the first hour of the party on Saturday Eve, and then after that they had to switch to.
The first hour?
Yeah, it really was not that much. So then I had to switch to like Heineken beer,
Betrayal!
which is known internationally, but it's one of our worst beers. So, a lot of people were disappointed in the lack of cider.
Yes, brownies become sour when they don't have their cider.
Yeah, so for this year I told them, well, take the amount of people we get, order what you normally order in beer, and add some more. That should be enough.
Just go with 1.5. Then you're covered.
Exactly.
So we will see. Will they deliver this year or not?
Will there be enough cider? I don't think there will be, because conventions always run out of cider.
Cider Fest.
Whoop whoop. Yeah. Oh, I will see if I can. Like, I have normally, like, I was lucky enough to be at BabsCon this year, and it was so much fun. And it's like, I hope I can do other American cons as well in the future. Like, I heard Cider Fest is awesome. Trot.
TrotCon.
Thank you. And Everfree is supposed to be quite good as well.
Everfree is currently the biggest, actually.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, because it took the spot of when BronyCon took place, and so like most people now who would have gone to BronyCon are now trying to go to Everfree.
Oh.
And Everfree still doesn't have the attendance, but we get close to like 3,000, so
Holy macaroni.
That's like a 0 more than we get in on Ponycon Holland.
Well, you also have a smaller venue though.
Yeah, we
Yes.
do have a smaller. Yeah. Oh yes, PonyCon Holland. Yes.
Yeah.
But
we
Everfree
can-
Northwest. Yeah, also does have a smaller venue than BronyCon.
Yeah, but hello, BronyCon was legendary, so.
I mean, yeah, it was a legit convention center, not just a hotel. So, yeah.
Ah.
Well, we got a legit theater
Yeah.
with a hotel connected to it. But this isn't a convention center. This isn't a regular convention center either.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that reminds me, I still have this meme. Oops, wrong chat. Because I remember seeing the original one where you don't have Pinkie Pie and the other stuff. But this is something that I asked people to, like, hey, can we add a Pinkie Pie and Galacon forever? And bada bing, bada boom. It was included.
Yeah. It's so funny. TrotCon only gets like 600 attendees usually. But it is like literally the most memed con of all time.
Well, yeah, when you have a catchy phrase, it usually ends up memed.
They have a really good PR team. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing I wish BabsCon had a better one of, is a good PR and marketing team. But we
Yeah.
work with the people. We work with the people we got, you know.
Yeah.
PR is a challenge. I do that for Ponycon as well, like 50% of it. And it's like always thinking about how you're gonna bring the message in such a way that it will stick with people.
Yeah.
Planning your tweets and announcements to go out at a certain time, because at that time the most people will be active on the internet and such.
Yeah. It can be a challenge. Same thing happens with like actually like music and videos announcements and stuff like that for like my channel and stuff. Like you gotta like publish at the right time of day, and you got to like make sure that people are out of school but they're not just like ready to chill for the day and that kind of thing. Got to make sure they're just like, it's got to be that right time of day, you know. I think I published my video a little too early today, so the views aren't like going as well as they could be, but they're there. So yeah.
Who
Marketing
knew
is
YouTube would take so much work?
Who knew YouTube would take so much work?
Now I have that stuck in my head. Yay! Yeah, oh, I don't think, sadly I don't think anybody recorded it, but me, Lightning Bliss and Fiora actually had a lip sync battle with that song.
Oh, that's
where we
funny.
acted out everything. I was Luna, Bliss was Celestia, and Fiora the Tank Girl was Twilight. We even had props.
Really?
We had pillows, covers, mattress, and Bliss was given like an empty what's it called, the Pegasus cider or something, the thing that Fiora sells on her gift store.
I don't know.
Pegasus.
Oh, you mean the Wild Pegasus? You mean the bottle? Wild Pegasus bottle?
Yeah, yes, that one. She was given that one in the beginning, and then I was be like angry Luna, just steal it from her and give her a mug, like, go drink coffee. It was super fun. So Bliss really loves that song. Very well done. I didn't hear many other My Little Pony songs. Most of them others were like Disney or Backstreet Boys or something like that. But it was really fun. Wild Pegasus Whiskey. Yeah. Now I'm
Whiskey?
just...
Whiskey?
Is this supposed to be whiskey or is this supposed to be vodka?
It's whiskey.
It's whiskey. Okay.
Speaking of as the person who makes the actual whiskey that goes in the bottles, it's
Ooh.
whiskey. It's inspired by a type of whiskey called Wild Turkey, which is actually a real whiskey.
So I gotta be curious. Does it taste like Skittle or?
I'm not sure what that is.
Skittle non-stop candy?
No, it doesn't taste like candy.
So
It tastes like whiskey. It
Well,
tastes
How do
like
you,
tastes
how
like
do you
pain?
describe that? How do you describe the taste of whiskey?
like whiskey.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like whiskey. So
No Skittle, Sherlock, but how does whiskey
yeah,
taste?
no, it is not a candy. It's an alcohol. It's gotta burn like alcohol. It's if you've had bourbon, yeah, it's bourbon's kind of like whiskey. Hello?
For someone who's never tasted whiskey, it's kind of like. Does it taste how? What?
I don't know. What alcohols have you had?
I have had. I've not had, but I have. Somebody has. I've tasted. Well, vodka.
Okay.
I've tasted cider. I tasted wine. Ugh.
So imagine vodka that tastes like oak.
Interesting.
And you kind of have a beginning of what whiskey tastes like.
Pain. Yep, pain. Yep.
Yeah, it's not like I said, it's not a whatchamacallit.
Art.
Yeah, it's not a candy.
Well, it depends on how many you've had.
That's true.
Can't say I've ever had alcohol. Ever.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Everfree, you never drank?
Nope. I never
Lucky.
do.
It also, I had some friends in teenhood who really wanted me to be a drinking friend, so group pressure and stuff.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, but was very few times I actually got drunk, and it's nothing for me. It's just pain, and if I drink more than 4 Bacardi Breezers, I don't remember the next day. So, nope, no, thank you.
For me, it's dancing juice.
That means you start dancing.
Yeah, my hips come loose. 1 sec.
No, just imagining his lips actually coming loose and just walks away. Also, if people enjoy it and can control themselves, have fun. But it's not something for me, and I would be happy without that experience, to be honest. Like, nothing bad ever happened, but it's nothing for me.
I did have bad stuff happening to me. Oh yeah, it was hips, not lips.
Yeah, I heard hips. So you mean? So I imagining your hip actually detaching from your body and just walking away.
Yep. That could have happened at some point. But yeah, at this point, I have my own theme song within the Dutch Brony community.
Oh, please share.
Well, we have like this festival song thingy in the Dutch language that goes na 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 na. Uitje voor de sfeer, uitje voor de sfeer. And an uitje is basically when you drink your drink in one go. And the second part for the sphere, it's for the atmosphere, for the mood ish. So for the good mood. And they replaced Atje with Stekje. So you now have Stefan for the good atmosphere, for the good mood.
Ah.
And this is now what is sung when I walk into a meeting or something.
Yeah. Also for Lansabi in chat, no worries. I don't think I'm a secret berserker unless you force feed me wine. If you force feed me wine, I get angry. So they figured very soon out that they could not give me wine. If they forced me to drink wine, wine makes me angry. Other than that, I just crawl around on the floor and apparently has ninja skills mixing drink. And laugh a lot. So, no worries there. But again, I rather prefer just... I like being around people who is not necessarily all the way drunk, but like before that, I don't know what it's called in English.
Intoxicated.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, intoxicated. Yes, that's a good word for it.
Yeah.
Inebriated.
I become a cuddle drunk. So.
It's just people relax more and they're more open to people being hyper and talk about stuff. So for me, it's like when people start getting around those stages, I can actually relax more and just let myself be more of myself, you know?
They're usually gonna be more honest and
That's
less ashamed of their own actions beings. They're not as conscious about what they're doing.
Like they can actually also, as long as you're not drinking too much or getting violent or violent towards the thing you're attracted towards, tipsy people can be very fun to be around. So it's like it's much more fun being there and making sure everybody is safe than doing it myself and wasting money and pain in my throat and memory, apparently. So it's like also if you have never drank, then you saved yourself some issues.
You saved yourself some brain troubles, you saved yourself a lot of money. Keep it that way.
Yeah.
And I'm not adding to a stereotype.
That too. Wait, stereotype?
Oh, there's like the, I don't know, a lot of people say that like, well, I'd rather I'm not adding to a, what is it? Not adding to a, no, like about
Norm?
People. But no,
You're not contributing. You're not contributing to the stereotype of. I'm not. I understand what you mean. I'm not adding
to the statistics. There we go.
There you go. That's actually probably a better way of phrasing it.
Yeah.
Which statistics? The drinking statistics.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not like the people who end up in like the, the people who like get into wrecks because of drinking and like, and like violence in the family and that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not adding to those statistics by doing that.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
well, alcohol is a drug, and if you want to do drugs, there are safer. Alcohol is among one of the worst of them.
Yeah.
There's there's stuff that's a lot better for you, but it's more illegal.
Or, you know, you can be a good old ADHD person and woo, adrenaline. Woo, dopamine.
Just go on the flow of the hyperfocus.
Yeah. Just follow the dopamine.
Indeed.
But yeah, if you don't have ADHD or ADD, there's always just do things that make you feel alive. And that's its own type of high or something.
Yeah, I mean, you have. Oh, can I do a biology lesson?
Okay, it's time for Steffi's TED Talk. Everybody, get the popcorn.
So, most of you are probably familiar with the chemical called dopamine, and that's the thing that lives in your brain. And when you do stuff you genuinely enjoy, or you do stuff that makes you happy, this is a chemical that gets released into your brain, and will tell you, it will make you feel good. It can literally be addictive to just do stuff you like, feel good. So if you want to experience that great feeling, just do stuff that make you feel good. It became motivational instead of biological.
Somebody's going into Twilight lecture mode.
Yes.
Teacher Twilight mode.
I mean, you should hear me when I'm like half asleep, half awake, trying to explain like how the universe works.
Yeah, you know, for kids.
Yeah, exactly. Often enough with the word sleepover that it just became at some point, it was like, Devil, shut the fuck up. I do not need to know how how fusion works at the moment.
So, how is, like, we know that vodka is made from potatoes, but what is whiskey usually made of?
Good question. Can't remember. I think it's wheat. Not sure. Water, yeast, and malted barley.
Sitting over here, used to like, hey, put some honey and let it grow old. I lost audio. No, we lost a diamond. But Everfree, you need to go and get some food and have some other stuff you need to do. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a blast.
No problem. It's been fun to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for joining. Stay safe and bon appetit.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Have a good one.
And then there was 3.
There we go.
Yay! Everfree had to skedaddle. He is an awesome guy.
Yes.
I miss you. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna listen to the whole song after the stream because it sounded so smooth. My brain needs to brrrr, you know, as we said, follow the dopamine.
I'm going to have to listen to it too.
Yeah, same for me.
And I also like that his OC is basically sitting playing the guitar as we're having the interview. It makes me very happy. And you know, it fits together with what Dusk Flare made for me. The whole studio. Like, so now I have, like, I still want to make the, like, the different scenarios and stuff because they're fun. But this is a very, very good and safe and fun one for if I have very little time, or, you know, if this scenario would fit for the characters. So I'm very, very grateful for this. Thank you so much again, Duskflare. Duskflare is also the one who, if you do not drink water, will come and dump it on your head. So drink water.
Oh, I drink lots of water. I don't have a choice.
For me, it's tea or lemonade or coffee, which all have water in them.
Yeah, tea. Tea is good. We like tea. So, I'm now sitting here with two con people who knows how to make cons happen.
Kind of.
Kinda.
I just kind of say stuff and stuff happens.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
I do the whole business part of it.
Yeah, both of you are doing like the paperwork stuff.
Yeah, mostly I just handle paperwork.
Hmm.
Yep, I do the finances, so taxes and well,
Yeah.
the
Oh, you do-
administration and
I
the
feel like this is
legal
like the
stuff
hidden.
that has to happen.
Yeah, this is like the hidden part of cons that people usually don't know about.
Mhm. It's a big part.
Yeah, it's the part that no one in my con wants to deal with, so I end up having to deal with it.
Aww.
It's not usually by choice.
Well, I actually kind of enjoy doing it. Usually a puzzle. I mean, for example, during the first edition, I had to look into so many rules regarding value-added taxes,
Yeah?
and it's
Definitely.
the sales tax, the 21% you pay over a ticket. But I was like, we have to put that on everything that is sold, including the tickets and everything. But that would have had applied to the auction as well. So I had to go down the rabbit hole of advisors and such to eventually find like a regulation where we could get an exemption. So I had to write a letter to the tax authority to get that exemption, and the answer came in like 4 months after the convention.
What?
Yeah, we found a way around it by letting the charity handle all the transactions.
Yeah, that's nice.
So the way we got around that is we became a charity.
Oh.
That was our solution, was to just become a charity.
Okay, so how does that work?
We're registered as a non-profit charity.
Yeah, would you like in details for people who doesn't talk paperwork language?
So in the United States, you can register with the federal government to be a 501, which is the tax code number, charity of various varieties, and we registered. We took the time to do our paperwork and get ourselves registered as a 501. We are a C3, which is technically an educational non-profit, but yeah, we are technically the profit. We are technically the charity. I mean, we raise money for other charities too, but we are technically a charity, so
That's pretty smart.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, we got ourselves registered as a non-profit, but making ourselves a charity wouldn't have had any additional benefits. But I did get them recently to acknowledge us as a cultural event.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the other type of charity we could have been, is a what's the term for it? Social. There's a type of nonprofit that we could be a where we contribute to society, which was the other option, but we went with being an educational thing, which means anyone who donates to BabsCon technically can file claim a tax exemption on what they give the con, which is kind of cool.
A deduction for educational costs.
Yeah. Oh well, it's not a deduction for educational costs. It's a deduction for it's like donating to an educational institution. So like, how to describe it?
You don't have to pay income tax over the amount you paid.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember. Like, there's a specific what is the name of it? Like, there's a specific. It's a specific thing, and I forget the name of it now. It's been a long time since I've had to look at our tax code, so. Our specific entry.
We just had the thing last month, I believe, where we did a year declaration for 2021. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the screens that nobody sees.
Yeah, like a lot. Yes, exactly. Like most of the stuff that you and I deal with is all, it's stuff that no one ever sees, and most people don't care to know much about. So,
Oh.
like
Also-
just from my experience, anyway.
Same mostly. Especially the financial part and the legal part. People aren't too interested in that, though. It's sometimes it can be interesting to look into accounts finances, but ours should be publishing ours in the coming weeks because we have to do that for the type of business we are. But
Yeah, we have to. I have to file this year's taxes. All the taxes were delayed because of COVID.
yeah.
The other thing that I found out, and this is something interesting about it kind of screwed the con over, but so in the U.S., the IRS took a bunch of tax returns from a period of time during COVID for all kinds of companies, businesses, nonprofits, etc., and destroyed them because they didn't have the manpower to actually process them.
Manpower. That sounds so backward.
Well, and that was the thing. Like it hurt us because we needed the tax paperwork to be filed for us to get. There was some nonprofit like COVID aid that we needed to have our tax paperwork filed in order to get, but because they destroyed our records,
No.
we basically weren't able to get that aid. And we only found out about it like a couple of weeks after BabsCon. It's like,
Damn.
are you kidding me?
This is the part where I usually think the United States is pretty backwards because that kind of stuff is still happening on paper. Everything's still a lot of stuff is still done with cash and checks and such.
Yeah.
Uh, well, around here it's all automated, so I've never filled in a paper for taxes. That all happens online. Payments, no checks or anything. Everything is directly connected to the bank accounts and such.
Yeah. Well, normally I would think that normally I would think it would be automated, and it for some states it is, but for like the federal government it is not, and it is very frustrating. And it actually means that I have to resubmit that tax paperwork. And I haven't been able to do it because I'm in the middle of a move, basically.
Yeah, understandable.
No.
But yeah, a lot of the stuff that we do is hidden and necessary, but hidden.
Yeah.
Well, why is it hidden?
Well, because most people don't need to see it. Like it's not like, oh, what am I going to do? Announce that, hey, we filed our, like, on the con Twitter. Am I going to announce that we filed our federal taxes? Like,
Woohoo!
Our bank account now has 20K.
yeah. Are we gonna talk about how much is in the con bank account? Like, I'm sure people would actually want to know that for BabsCon, just so that they could, because there's a lot of folks out there on 4chan that like have a lot of the bad things to say about BabsCon. So it's like, okay, so yeah, do I really want to like talk about our financial situation?
No,
Not really.
no.
It's really none of your business ultimately. Like, I mean, it is, but it's not. Like, it's important.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it is public.
It is like our financial reports are publicly available, but like our bank account statements are not.
No, ours aren't. Those aren't public with us either.
Our tax paperwork has to be public because we're a nonprofit. Like, that is one of the requirements. But our bank account does not need to be. So
No, but that's the thing is most Pony conventions, as far as I know, are usually non-profits.
yeah.
And
Usually.
somehow there's always people thinking that organizers and such are profiting from it. If that only were the case,
Right.
most organizers just lose money on conventions.
Yeah, I end up normally putting money in every year. Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, it costs a lot more. There's a lot of time that goes in there, and usually a bit of personal money as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know people who put in far more than I do into various conventions, mind you, but like, I almost always have some amount of money that gets put into the con.
For me, it's usually just a few times traveling to the venue, and of course a hotel room during the weekend.
I'm lucky when I get a hotel room. That's because most of the time I can usually afford a hotel room, so I pay for it. But not always. Like, when I what I mostly get from BabsCon is when I go to other conventions and I host room parties on the con's behalf. I get hotel rooms at other conventions.
That's not within our budget range to do that kind of stuff.
It's, there have been some years when it hasn't really been in ours either. I am surprised. Lately, it's actually gotten harder in recent history. Like, it used to be we could do 4 or 5 a year, and now we can do like 2 or 3. So it's it's not as easy to do as it used to be.
Yeah, things are getting a lot more expensive.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
in 1 year, the cost of our venue rose by like 15%.
right.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise.
It was. I'm actually hoping that like things will get a little they won't get cheaper, but I'm hoping that we'll get a little more income this next year. We actually had someone offer to buy the con off of us this year, which was kind of funny. They're like, how much to own BabsCon? I'm like, that's not a question anyone's ever asked me.
The interesting one, though.
Yeah, it was just like it was just kind of out of the blue. I was sitting and talking with a bunch of folks, and they kind of glanced over and said, "Hey, I have a question." I'm like, "Okay," because we were talking about like the difficulties of running cons and how to balance finances, and they're like, "How much to just buy the con?" Like, I have no idea. It's not normally a question that gets asked.
Ah. I mean, for us, it wouldn't be possible to buy. It's
Well,
impossible.
it's you sell the brand, right? Like, because so okay, so the way
Oh, yeah,
BabsCon
fair.
so the way BabsCon is constructed is that like our our convention is actually it is so there's an organization that owns the convention, and that organization is the nonprofit.
It's the same for us. We have Stichting Dutch Pony Events and PonyCon Holland. And
Yeah.
Stichting, or Foundation in English, is the company that runs it. That is not something you can buy because it works with a board that chooses its own board.
Correct, but we could theoretically sell the convention.
Yeah, you could sell same. We could sell the name and the assets and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the that's kind of the conversation that was being bandied about. We ended up not it ended up not being a thing that could be done anyway, but it was just an unusual question. Like, that's not a question I normally get asked, right? Like,
oh, but yeah, Babs is quite a brand at this time.
yeah.
Who is buying Babs?
I can't mention names because they're in a contract.
Sorry. It's just like, who is buying Babs now? It's like actually happening.
No, they are not buying the con, but I can't.
No, of course.
I actually can't mention names because they are entering into contract in order to fund the convention.
Ah.
They're donating a bunch of money to the con,
money.
they want to be anonymous. So
that's fair. Also, unless you're able to handle lots of people, you would prefer to stay anonymous. I totally agree.
Yeah, they very specifically requested to remain anonymous. So, which is fine.
Isn't there also a pony OC named Anonymous?
A non-pony, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
The
New
green
mascot.
one.
Oh.
we had I think in the pre PonyCon 2021 we had an anonymous sponsor as well. It was great.
Oh, brain, why? ADHD, nah.
Whee!
Also, you remember what you told me about how you were, when you and the other Dutch brownies were looking for a name for Holland PonyCon? PonyCon Holland.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And my brain went to like, what if we had a con that was named The Con? Or That Con? Or...
Let me find the list.
It's just like, oh, do you want to go to that con? Which con? That con? It would be so confusing.
I'm sure someone early on named their con that. Like, in the
That
history
con.
of conventions, I'm sure someone did it.
Yeah.
I should have a document somewhere. Name ideas. There it is. The PonyCon Holland wasn't the original name of the convention. We had a working title before that.
What was that?
So when we decided to organize a convention, I believe it was back during GalaCon 2019.
Mm-hmm.
It was originally called Stroopwafelcon after the waffles. But that we were like, yeah, this is a name no one is gonna be able to pronounce except for the Dutch.
Yeah, there's a risk with that, yes.
Eventually, PonyCon Holland was one of the names we came up with. This was, mind you, this was during an evening of we had a party with the organization team. So most of these names were thought of after a few drinks. But one of the things that eventually came up and actually ended up quite high on the list was Conquestria.
Oh, no offense, but oh my gosh. Doodle, did BabsCon ever had such a period, or I guess you weren't?
No, I wasn't involved with BabsCon when they were spitballing names. I think they came up with they had an idea for a theme song for the con, and they wanted the name to match the theme song that they had in mind. And that theme song was a song called well, the song was called BabsCon actually, and you can find it on YouTube.
Oh.
It's a parody of Bab's Seed.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that once.
Yeah.
BabsCon. Not bacon pancakes, no, we're needing BabsCon. I know I've been listening to the bacon pancake song, but still. Copy.
Oh, also at North Sea Equestria. Because North Sea. A very original convention.
There were two Sequestria-esque themed or named conventions for a while too. There was one that was on a cruise ship, and then there was one that was set on an island, or on a God. I'm trying to remember where they're at. They're still going.
Yeah, the one in Maryland.
Yeah. And then the
Sequestria Fest.
Yeah, Sequestria Fest, and then but Project Sea PonyCon no longer exists. At least as far as I know.
Sequestria Fest. Sequestria was actually one of the names we wanted to go with, but we were like, oh yeah, that already exists. Well, because it's a convention in the Netherlands, and basically more than half of the country is below sea level.
Yeah, shouldn't Sea Crusher be on a boat? That would make a lot more sense.
I kind of wish that the cruise convention was, I don't know, I don't want to say better, but like better run maybe. I wish it was still around.
But were you
Right.
ever attending one?
Me? No, but anytime there's more content for the community, that makes me happy.
Yay.
Yeah, more cons is more better.
Well, the cons are kind of the lifeblood of the. I won't
Oh,
say the lifeblood. They're one of the lifebloods. They're one of the contributing factors or contributing things that we had, like.
Go for the connecting factor.
Yeah,
Convention brings everything together physically. So you have a lot of elements of the fandom. You've got the musician, you've got the voice actors like Chris, you've got all the artists, and it's all happening online. And the awesome function of the convention is to bring that all together physically. And make everyone so happy for one weekend that they're depressed for the week after.
Often.
Yeah, yeah. PCD is a thing.
Yeah, like, you know, you made a con. The con was good this year if a lot of people are posting that they're having con depression.
We
Yeah.
had a
Oof.
yeah.
I just had non-working legs when we had done the auction, and then the closing ceremony. I walked off the stage through the artist exit out to the outside, and I was
Cool.
standing there. The tears just started rolling down my face, and my legs decided like, oh, that's enough, and they stopped working, and I fell through them.
Yeah. I was lucky with BabsCon because I spent the next week at a friend's house and there were a lot of friends there, so I had an easier time surviving con depression after Babs because of that. So that's a tip if you're having a hard time with that.
It's kind of like a detox thingy.
Yeah, exactly. Fun. And that's also the week where I ended up under someone's bed with an axe.
Come again?
You should watch my Twitter more closely. Fun, you know.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta say one thing though. I do love both Holland PonyCon and Galacon, but after experiencing BabsCon's 3 full days with con, I'm just like, yes, 3 days is like the perfect time for con. 2 days is a bit too short. 4 days might be too exhausting. So it's like,
Well,
there
is a 4-day. It's a furry con, but there is a 4-day con. Actually, here in the Bay Area. That's further confusion, and they run. They run through Monday.
Oh, so pass.
Yeah, they run Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And they're pretty big. They have an attendance of about 4,000. So
Wow. Well, then you have plenty of people.
I don't know why this is. I believe it's kind of common for American cons to be 3 days, while the European ones are 2 days.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why that is.
It's probably just the way it's become. I mean, when we started organizing PonyCon, we had a lot of talks with the people from Galacon, got a lot of advice from them, and you just start, for a big part, you start copying the other events around you.
Well, yeah, and don't mess with what works, right? Like if your formula, which is 2 days, works, there's no reason to.
Also, I would love if Galacon and Holland PonyCon would start on Friday, because people like me and others who travel from other countries, we usually arrive on Thursday anyway. So for
Yep.
us, having a 3-day con would really make the money worth it.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't. I mean, for Galacon, I will arrive on Thursday as well, but late Thursday. But I don't really mind that Galacon isn't on Friday yet, because on Friday we'll be going around Ludwigsburg and hugging all the people arriving, and then going out to dinner with all the people and going to the Towers pub. So even though there isn't a convention on that day, it still kind of feels like it, because all the people are already arriving, and
Yeah, it's like a pre-con. That is true. I guess.
in 20
Sorry.
in 2020, Galacon was obviously cancelled
Yeah.
because of COVID. But a very big chunk of the Dutch community, and I believe also a lot of people from Germany, had booked hotel rooms that were non-refundable or non-cancelable. And so we were all like, well, I mean, we can travel there. We can't have an event, but we can travel there. So we also, there was around, I think, 80 to 100 people still in Ludwigsburg on the days of Galacon, and it was a very fun weekend, because we went like exploring the area with a group of bronies.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do something similar with a bunch of bronies, just to go. They want me to come and visit them. And I'm like, well, I have to move. Like, but they're like, oh, come and see our city, and we'll hang out and make a mini event. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And in my case, I always like going places and seeing towns and cities that I don't normally get to see, and I don't have to go as like part of a convention, if that makes any sense, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of become a thing, is when you're in the Brony community, is that your travels, your holidays will be visiting convention.
yeah, I so almost always every convention I go to, like I usually, the day before and the day after the con, I usually, like, I don't even I schedule an extra day on my trip just so I could go and hang out and see people. And
Yeah, and so you don't have to stress about arriving in time or getting your flight or train or whatsoever back in time.
well, there's
That's
that,
what
but then I also get to spend time with people, right?
Yeah.
Like, during the convention, we're all busy. We're running around, we're taking care of con stuff, or we're doing panels or tending our vendors table. And you know, like the idea of being able to just like, hey, I'm not vending now. Let's go out and see, I don't know, a museum or whatever, right? Like, let's go sightsee for a second.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I the whole, yeah, the convention for me, it's mainly just a reason to be there. But the reason I go is for the people.
Yeah.
Also, I live in Norway. We don't have cool pony merch like you guys do. I love the people, but I also go there to see all the cool stuff.
So
Yeah.
start making your own pony merch. That's cool.
How am I gonna do that? Like,
I
I
don't
can't.
know.
Yeah.
Chris, you have an ADHD brain. If you hyper focus on it, you'll be able to make it.
Yes, of course. If I can just choose what I was gonna be hyper focusing on.
There.
No. It's
like my current hyper focus on that fucking costume.
Yeah, I know. It's just like if I could choose what to focus on, if I could just choose to, just focus. Yeah, sure. Like I haven't tried that already.
Why don't you switch a button in your head?
Yes, it's so easy.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, up. Someone posted. Sorry, Chris, you've lost the game.
Yes, we have been sponsored by the game. Let me see. I need to save it in the correct file. Where is it? I have a file on my computer that says it says final sponsor art, but today Rotkiv would be given one. And I'm gonna add it to the stream before we end because we just hit the 2-hour mark.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. We can go on for a little longer if you want to, but I guess more than me, I'm starting to get hungry.
Yeah, I need to eat myself, actually.
You need to eat yourself?
I don't mind.
Well, I need food. Eating
Eating
myself would be very tasteless.
There, we're sponsored by the game.
That basically consumed the meal during this conversation.
ADHD. People say we can't multitask unless we're focusing about it.
Yeah, but ADHD people actually perform better when multitasking, but one of the tasks has to be a mindless task.
That is true.
So if you do something like eating, you can do lots of stuff at the same time.
Yes, until you forget to eat.
Yeah, but usually it works better because you have the other thing you do keeps neurons firing in your brain, so it drowns out the noise that accumulates when nothing happens.
It basically takes that side of your brain that usually distracts you and keeps it busy.
Yeah.
So you distract the distracted part of this distracted brain. Yeah.
Yep.
I promise I speak English.
That makes a lot of sense. And it explains how I work when I'm working on stuff, actually. Like how I have to have something going on in the background. Otherwise I can't stay focused. People are always like, I don't understand why you need to do that. I'm like, because it just works.
Yeah.
Don't question it.
For me, it's usually just fidgeting, having something in my hand and probably breaking it.
Yeah, that happens.
A lot of, especially pens. A lot of pens have died over the years.
Aww.
This is like
rest in peace, pens.
putting them apart.
What do I like to fidget with? Yeah, I guess pens, hair, the phone. The phone is a very good distractor.
Yeah, my problem with the phone is that if I use it as a distraction, I won't get back to what I normally need to be doing.
Yeah, like if I'm sitting with a computer, then music or a podcast, that's gold.
I usually put on like a movie.
No, that can be too distracting for me because it's like movement, and then my eyeballs go like. Meow.
In my case, it's usually movies I've already seen. Like it has to be something I've already seen that I've like, in some cases, memorized even. Like,
of course, why would we not memorize movies we love?
So it basically just becomes background noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's effectively just background noise, but it helps. Like it helps that
distracting the distracted side of this distracted brain.
Yep, it keeps the neurons focused, and which is good, but it's still. I know some people are like, "Hey, don't do that. That's distracting." I'm like,
"That's the point."
That's kind of what I need.
I recently bought a thingy that's called the Fidget Cube, and it's got like a lot of buttons and turny things and knobsies on it.
I heard about that.
It only makes a little bit of noise.
Just a little bit.
I have
It-
fidget spinners, and I have. I actually have whatchamacallit. I can print because I 3D print stuff. I can print
Oh,
fidget
nice.
cubes and fidget spinners.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It is actually.
They work so great, at least for me. It's like when I need to focus on something someone is saying, when I'm not interested, because that's the issue. If I'm interested, no problem. I will get everything you say.
Yeah, I tried
Not-
fidget spinner, but they doesn't work for me. They're too heavy and they just no, it doesn't work. The fidget cube might be something else because then I get my clicking fascination done. That's why I have like this type of keyboard because the sounds make my spine go like. Brrr.
Oh, nice. Yeah, for me the fidget spinners were also too much. They're
Yeah.
bulky and
Oh, no,
they require too much attention. So you're gonna be looking at them and well, looking if you're holding them right and such. You're gonna be looking at what you're doing with them. Well, the
Yeah.
fidget cube is just. Eh.
Yeah, like I heard a fidget spinner working for normal people as a relaxing type of thing. But one thing I'm kind of curious about, Doodle, if you can make fidget stuffies, why don't you
Yeah.
make pony themed fidget stuffies and see if they sell on next con?
Because I hadn't thought of it actually.
Well, there you go.
That's part of it. I mean, there's more to it than that. Like I would have to come up with the design that I'm allowed to sell.
Yeah, that little bit more handiwork, yeah.
Yeah, because like it's not just that like it's not just hey you should try selling that. It's I would love to sell that, except like I need to actually come up with the design or find a design that I'm allowed to sell.
Yeah, because when you say design, you're not just referring to the outside, you're referring to the inside and the mechanisms and all that stuff.
Well, I'm also referring to the fact that like I'm not a 3D modeler. And so anything I make, anything I sell, I have to have a merchant license for.
Oh, okay.
So
I know how
like
to 3D model.
yeah, I don't model. I don't have the skills for that. So
I-
like what I have to do is I usually buy merchant licenses, and that works out pretty well usually, like most of the time. But so as a result, like the stuff I sell, like I have to have a license in some way, or I have to wholly own it in one way or the other.
Okay.
And if I don't, it's like I can't sell it really. Like legally, I can't sell it.
Like you can print it, but that's for personal use.
Yeah, yeah. I have a bunch of stuff that's for personal use, but like but I would like very much to have a like a themed fidget spinner or a themed
Cube.
really any, and not necessarily even a fidget spinner, but you know, like something that would allow
Pony.
people yeah, a thing
Ooh.
to a fidget thing.
Yes, so you would replace the eyes with clicky buttons,
Pretty much.
put a switch on the back.
Are you making a pony fidget cube now?
Yes.
I mean, why not, right? Like
Oh, the legs. They can be like the switch that goes up and down. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh. My fingers already doing it. Oh, yes.
Can you print in like plastics that are bendy?
Bendy,
yes,
bendy.
yes, I can. I have
Bendy,
the
bendy.
capability to print in flexible plastics as well as non-flexible.
And then have a combination between flexible and non-flexible.
Yeah, you like the tail can be like a squish, squish, without
Yes.
making the squishy noise. Just squish, squish. And then you had the floppy
And-
floppy and the tappy tappy and the pushy pushy and the wiggle wiggly. I'm going all
I
the
won't
way.
I won't be able to print anything new until after I move, though. So
No, that's fair. It's just fun shenanigans are happening. But this has been a blast. Thank you so much, guys, for joining.
of course. Thank
No
you for
problem.
having me.
Thank you for joining
Yes.
on such short notice.
Yeah, like 20-minute short notice, sure. 'Cause-
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
it's
will
okay.
try better next time.
No, it's
Thanks
fine.
for the fight.
I needed to, like
Have
I
a
said, I
break.
needed to take a break from packing because, like,
A lot of stuff.
I've been packing nonstop for what seems like forever. It's actually been like a couple of weeks since I decided for this move.
Yeah, also, if I had been in the same continent at least, I would have driven over and helped you.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people who have, and
Okay, that's
the
good.
the problem is I own so much stuff that I can't just pack it up and leave. And there's only, and my apartment is so small. A bunch of stuff was like built into the apartment as like, you know, here we are, we're in the apartment, and I have to move the following things out before I can actually pack these 12 things. So we had to move a bunch of stuff out of the apartment to the new place so that I had space to pack new stuff. Like, I own too much stuff. I think that's the real takeaway there.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, Rothkiv says, Bop It, Pony Edition. I don't
Right,
think she
yeah.
can make it that big, but something similar.
Something similar.
Yeah, and with that, you guys can say your goodbyes because I need some food in my belly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get food in my belly too.
Yes. Bye bye. I'm gonna get some sleep because work tomorrow and it's already 1 a.m.
No.
What?
No idea what you're talking about. But yeah.
Hello, I'm feeling sick. I'm not coming in today. Bye.
Are you sure about that? Yes.
Bye. I mean, I'll get paid anyway.
Yeah, you
But
know.
no false sickies.
No. Okay. Should we rate somebody who is playing Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order or somebody playing Stardew Valley?
Stardew Valley.
I was gonna say Stardew Valley.
Okay, we are rating somebody who has a Gengar plushie for a face, and it's called Emma Langewind. Very cool name. Stay safe, stay kind, and stay brownie, everyone. Thank you so much
Bye-bye.
for joining.
Bye everyone. Thank you for having me.
Remember to check out Everfree Brownie's new music. Bye!